Ace's death did nothing for Luffy's character development. And I'm gonna tell you why. My name is King Leo, and welcome to the Lion's Den. I love to give my real takes about anime, manga, and also pop culture. But today, I'm gonna tell you why Ace's death did nothing for Luffy's character development. A lot of One Piece fans, y'all love to say, oh, Luffy wanted to get stronger because he couldn't save Ace. Or Ace's death drove Luffy to train harder and it gave him the reason to take stuff more serious. Or Luffy thought he was immortal or invincible. And so when Ace died, Luffy was like, oh, yeah, I'm not invincible. People can die. Why not? No, he already knew that. He already knew that he was weak. He already knew that he wasn't strong enough. He already knew he had to get stronger. He already knew he had to train. Ace's death made it sadder that he had to train and he had to get stronger because he actually lost someone. But Ace's death did not drive Luffy to train. It did not drive Luffy to get stronger. It didn't even make Luffy the person he is today. All it did was just trauma dump him for like a few episodes and then what? Give him another reason to do the thing he was going to do. I mean, when he got packed up by Kuma, he already knew he had to get stronger because he lost his crew. He got stranded in Amazon Lily. And then when he found out Ace was about to get killed because he got captured, he went to Marineford. And then he actually saved Ace. So he was strong enough to save. He was strong enough to save Ace. But then Ace went back after Akainu started trash talking Whitebeard. And then Ace got off the ship, went back, and then he got packed up by Akainu. But that wasn't on Luffy, though, because Luffy already saved Ace. He was already strong enough to save Ace from Marineford, but then when Ace went back, he got himself packed up. And then now all One Piece fans will say, oh, Luffy wasn't strong enough to stop Ace, or he wasn't strong enough to beat Akainu. Oh, Luffy. No. There's multiple deaths from other shows that characters, they actually get character development. Like in Dragon Ball, for example, with Gohan and Android 16. Now, that's character development. 16's death changed Gohan for a whole nother arc in Dragon Ball than Ace's death did for Luffy in the whole overarching point of One Piece. Because if 16 never died, Gohan would have never reached Super Saiyan 2. And if Gohan never got Super Saiyan 2, he wasn't beating Cell. Because Gohan was getting bitched by Cell the whole time until 16 tried to self-destruct. Cell stopped him, stomped his head in. 16 told Gohan, you gotta protect the Earth, you gotta protect humanity and all this. And then Gohan got pissed and he reached Super Saiyan 2. That's character development. Luffy just grieved for like a few episodes. And then he did the time skip, which I mind you, he was going to do anyways. No matter if Ace lived or died, the time skip was still going to happen. Luffy would have still trained with Rayleigh. All of that would have still happened if Ace lived or died. The only reason y'all hype up Ace's death so much is because Luffy grieved for a few episodes. No. Everything that Luffy did, it would have still happened. He didn't even develop after Ace died, though. But if you look at it, what? He grieved for like a few episodes, and then we go back to after the time skip. He's still goofing off. He's still trolling. He's still the goofy character. But Gohan was a beast after that. After he beat Cell, the whole Boo arc, Gohan was piecing up Boo. It was in the World Tournament. He was about to go piece up Spopovich for what they did to Videl. And so you're not about to sit here and tell me that Ace's death was character development for Luffy. Because it wasn't. You can see false character development and real character development. Because if you compare 16's death to Ace, 16 death had more weight than Ace will probably ever do in like just a few episodes. Because I mean, ask yourself, what did Ace really do? I give you a few moments, I'll wait. Exactly. You can't find anything. But with 16's death, he made Gohan stronger. If he would not have died, the Earth probably would have got blown up or taken over by Cell. Gohan would have still been a bitch, or he would have been dead. And then you look on the other hand, what you got Luffy, cried for a few episodes, still did the time skip, not driven by Ace, because it would have happened if Ace lived. He would have still did the time skip. He would have still trained. He would have still got stronger. And he would have still became a better captain. Because he already knew he wasn't invincible. He knew he wasn't the strongest, and he already knew he wasn't the strongest because when he lost his crew the first time. So, I mean, y'all can stop feeding yourselves that copamien. You just gotta look at the truth. Ace was just hot-headed and got himself killed. And in turn, people want to sit here and say, oh yeah, Luffy, he's doing that, Luffy's doing it. No, he's not. So in whole, Ace's death did nothing for Luffy's character development. If y'all disagree with anything I said in today's pod, debate with me in the comments.